Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ebony here, giving you an update on my Tradescantia collection. This is part of the collection right now, but I want to show you how everything was looking back in November. So the Wandering Jew and the spider plant are doing well together. I'll try to get a little bit closer in. It's healthy, it's going well, and I was actually able to propagate a lot of Wandering Jew from just the small bits that were on the outside of the pot of the spider plant. The Tradescantia flumensis, which is the solid green one here, he's doing fine. I had cut him back and then instantly regretted it, so I'm letting him grow back full. I'm gonna see how he looks when he's long and really full. I think it'll be beautiful. New to the family is the Tradescantia Nanouk, and he's doing well. I found this one at Home Depot and I snatched him up, and it's a really beautiful plant. It's also pretty thick leaves, so it's a sturdy one. I wouldn't need to water it that often, and I like it, so I gave it its own pot. I haven't propagated yet, but I will of course be doing that. From the mother plant, I've been able to grow this pot of Wandering Jew from just those tiny cuttings, as well as this pot here, and they're both doing well. In the front here are the, sorry, let me back out. Right in the front, in this Starbucks cup, these are my Blushing Bride cuttings, and I'm letting them root up. I'm gonna start another pot, and in this other pot right here, these are the Montana, the Tradescantia Montana. And that small pot is doing well. That also came from cuttings. I have my baby crew here, and these are the green one. This green one in the back right here is the Tradescantia Varigated. It's just a striped hybrid. It's a very slow grower. This one is the Rainbow Tradescantia, which is one of the thin leaf ones. This is a small pot of the solid green, and this is a small pot of the Lilac Wandering Jew. And they're all doing well. Let's take a closer look at the vertical planter, because this was pretty much the start. Everything started off in here. Practically everything started off in the vertical planter. So if you take a look at it, what you notice is all of the thin leafed Tradescantia have been removed from here, because I realized that the larger, thicker, furrier Tradescantia require less frequent watering, and so a lot of my thinner, smaller Tradescantia were drying out, and I wasn't going to have that. So they're all now in separate pots, and I'm taking care of them. They're doing fine. You just saw them. But it's important for me just to mention, if you do want to start collecting a couple different types, you want to put them with plants that require the same watering. So in here now is the pale Puma. That's all the way on the end. This one in the middle is, I believe they call it Red Hill, and it's that big giant Tradescantia that I've had. That's gorgeous, and I love it, and I've had it for a long time. And okay, what else do I have? And then over here, because these two were looking very similar, I put little name tags on there just to make sure I maintain the boundaries. So in the front is Tradescantia Greenlee, which they said is supposed to have the largest leaves, which I don't really feel it does, but it's still a gorgeous type of Tradescantia. And in the back is the Montana, which is very green and extremely furry. And yeah, and then right beside that I have the Purple Heart vine, and then that other kind, and this is doing really well. It's growing well. It kind of blew up a couple weeks ago, and I cut back a lot of the Purple Heart vine, used it for a couple different projects, one of which I filmed outside already. Okay, I just ran outside, and this is one little arrangement that I have of my Callisia with my prickly pear. I just stuck this little bit of Tradescantia in here, and I feel like it helps this arrangement to come together a little bit, and I'll continue watching it and seeing how it's doing. But it's fine. It's been outside for 3 days and it hasn't gotten burned by the cold or the sun. So yeah, you can also mix it in pots and arrangements with succulents as well, and it'll be just fine. Over here is my hanging pot of the Tradescantia. I believe they call it Red Hill. But this was the original mother pot that I just cut up and cut up and cut up. And anyway, this is the fullest pot of this that I have. I'm working on getting into trail, and the way that I do that is by just gently pushing it against the wall. The stems haven't snapped or broken. They've just been gradually bending a little bit, and then I'm just letting it get fuller and doing that. And I think it looks really great in this cheap little macrame. I want to get a better macrame, obviously, but it's doing just fine in there. And I also took some cuttings from this pot, from my Plant Dreams pot, and he's doing well as well. He was in my little plant, what do you call that thing? He was in my cold frame on my porch for most of the winter, so he hasn't been getting that much sun, and he's been growing just fine. All right, well, that's the update that I wanted to show you guys. So if you want to see how my collection is growing, you should check out my first video, and you'll be able to tell that it's, you know, it's grown a lot. And also, I wanted to leave you with a couple of thoughts. If you think that Tradescantia is just a weed and it can't be tamed, I wanted to show you how the Tradescantia is potted with the snake plant. It hasn't taken over. It's doing just fine. I've been able to mix it in with my succulent arrangements. I have some in a hanging pot. It's a very versatile plant. Alright guys, well, thanks for checking out my video, and I will see you next time. Bye!